Okay. So, let's get one thing out of the way real quick. Have you ever been in a talking stage, or even a full-blown relationship, where the red flags were practically doing cartwheels in front of your face, but you still stayed? Like, friend. Be honest. They said something shady like, I don't believe in relationships, but I really like you though. And instead of running, your brain went, they're just misunderstood. I can fix them. Yeah. Been there. Bought the hoodie. Slept in it. Cried in it. Let's just be real for a second. Sometimes, we ignore red flags so hard, it's like we're collecting them. Like we're trying to start a little scrapbook. Doesn't believe in labels. Talks about their ex every 5 seconds. Disappears for 3 days and calls it me time. And my personal fave. Says they're emotionally unavailable, but still wants to see where this goes. But here's the thing nobody really tells you. Most of the time, we see the red flags. We're not blind. We just get really good at justifying them. You're like, okay, sure, they didn't text me back for 3 days. But maybe they're just really bad at communicating. Maybe they're afraid of love. Maybe they've been hurt. Maybe I'm the exception. Spoiler alert, you're not the exception, you're the pattern. And don't come for me yet, I'm saying this with love. Because I've been the pattern. I've sat on the couch, phone in hand, waiting for a good morning text from a person, but I never got it. We pretend we don't see it because sometimes it's easier to hold on to the potential of someone than it is to face the truth of who they actually are. Like, yeah, they emotionally avoid everything, but they have such a cute smile. Sure. They disappear when I'm going through it, but they said they love me, so. We're so focused on the tiny crumbs they throw us, we forget that we deserve the whole damn loaf. So today, we're gonna unpack this red flag obsession. Why we ignore them. Why we lie to ourselves. And how to finally stop romanticizing someone's potential just because we're afraid of starting over. Because ignoring red flags doesn't make you strong. Walking away from them? That's where your power is. Let's get into it. Red flag hallucination. You know, when you're so into someone that your brain starts putting filters on all the red flags they're waving around like they're in a parade. Suddenly, I'm not looking for anything serious turns into, they're just protecting their heart. They're so deep. No, honey. They're not deep, they're dodging accountability like it's dodgeball and you're standing still with a target on your forehead. Let me hit you with a hard truth. Sometimes, we're not blind to red flags, we're just out here dressing them up in cute little outfits and calling them personality traits. He's not rude, he's just brutally honest. She's not emotionally distant, she's mysterious. They're not commitment phobic, they're free spirits. Stop it. You're turning trauma into aesthetics. And it's not cute. Here's why we do this. Our brains? They love familiarity. If you grew up around inconsistency or emotional distance, guess what feels weirdly comforting in adulthood? Yup. Inconsistency and emotional distance. It's like your brain saying, hey, this feels familiar. This feels like home. Except home was a place where love had conditions, and now you're chasing that same chaos because it's what your nervous system learned to crave. It's not love, it's a loop. And you're stuck in it. And until you get real with yourself about why you keep trying to turn walking red flags into boyfriend or girlfriend material, you're gonna stay stuck. You don't need someone who confuses you. You don't need someone who makes you guess if they like you or not. If it's not clear, it's not love, it's emotional gymnastics. And babe, your heart isn't a playground. It's not your job to raise someone's emotional IQ while lowering your standards just to keep them interested. So if you've been out here hallucinating red flags into potential, just know, you can stop now. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to say, actually, I deserve clarity, not confusion. Actually, I'm not gonna build a future on someone's maybe. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong people. Why we ignore the red flags even when they're screaming at us. Okay, bestie, real talk time. You saw the red flags. You felt the red flags. They were basically throwing red flags like it was a parade in your honor. And you? You were like, OMG, he's so mysterious. She just needs love. I can change them. Let me just say this once. Red flags don't turn green with love. If anything, ignoring them is how you end up heartbroken, confused, and listening to sad playlists at 2 a.m. wondering how it all went so wrong, again. Why do we ignore red flags? So why do we ignore them? Why do we treat major personality flaws like cute little quirks? 2 reasons. Number 1. You want the fantasy more than the reality. You've already imagined the cute couple pics, the aesthetic dates, the we met in a crazy way story. So when reality shows up with, hey, they're kinda toxic. You mute the reality and turn the volume up on the dream. That's not love, babe. That's delusion. Reason number 2. You're scared. Scared that if you call it out, they'll leave. Scared that if you walk away, no one better will come. Scared that this almost love is the best you'll ever get. So instead of leaving, you shrink yourself to fit what they want, and you ignore what you actually need. But they were so nice at first. Let's not forget. Red flags don't always show up on day 1. Sometimes, they come in after you've already caught feelings. That's why it hits harder. You're like, but they were so sweet in the beginning. They used to text me every morning. We had a connection. Yeah. That was the highlight reel. The best behavior package. Once they know you're emotionally invested, that's when the real them walks in, with red flags in both hands. It's not that you didn't see them. It's that you wanted to be wrong. You wanted the benefit of the doubt to be real. You wanted to believe they'd change. You wanted to be the exception to their bad behavior. But the truth is, if they treat others like trash, you won't be the miracle that changes them. And if your gut says something's off, but your heart says give them a chance, listen to your gut. Every single time. Here's the truth. Red flags aren't just warnings. They're tests. Not of them, of you. Will you finally walk away when something feels off? Or will you keep convincing yourself that love means staying, even when it hurts? You don't need another lesson through heartbreak. You don't need to wait until you're crying over someone who didn't deserve your softness. You just need to believe this one thing. The right person won't make you question your worth. Ever. Rewriting the pattern. Alright, so here we are. You've seen the red flags. You ignored the red flags. You wrapped yourself in them like a cozy blanket and called it love. Been there, done that. Got the emotional damage to prove it. But now what? Here's the thing. You can't just notice red flags and expect your life to change. Awareness is cute. But action? That's hot. Rewriting the pattern starts the moment you say, I'm done choosing potential over peace. Because let's be real. You've been romanticizing people who gave you bare minimum effort. You've been giving second, third, fourth chances to someone who wouldn't give you 5 seconds of accountability. You were so afraid of starting over that you stayed in something that was slowly breaking you down. But babe, this is your wake-up call. You're allowed to choose again. Rewriting the pattern means catching the red flag, and not ignoring it. It means listening to your gut before the damage, not after. It's that moment when you stop asking, but what if I never find anyone else? And start saying, I'd rather be alone than confused. It's not easy. In fact, the first few times you do it, it's gonna hurt. You'll miss the chaos. You'll second guess yourself. You'll want to text them, just one more time. But I promise. Every time you choose yourself, it gets easier. Every time you walk away from a red flag, you're building your self-respect. And guess what? That energy? That's attractive as hell. You're not hard to love. You're just done accepting half love. So the next time a red flag shows up, don't argue with it. Don't decode it. Just say, thank you for the warning. And no, I won't stay this time. You're not here to fix people. You're here to protect your peace. And trust me, peace is the real flex. Red flags might be loud. But your boundaries? They're louder now. Peace over patterns. So yeah. You saw the red flags. You stayed. You learned the hard way. But now? You're not that same version of you anymore. You've got clarity. You've got receipts. And you've got every right to choose better, starting today. Because here's the truth. You're not broken. You're just healing from patterns that weren't even yours to begin with. And if no one told you this today, you deserve a love that feels safe, not suspenseful. You deserve a love that doesn't make you question your worth every other day. If this hit you in the chest, then you're exactly where you need to be. We're just getting started. So don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button. Tap the notification bell so YouTube actually lets you know when it drops. Comment below if you're done ignoring your intuition. You're not healing alone. See you in the next video. It's about to get real. Again.